Hi everyone! Thanks for joining me for this quick tutorial on the Stories That Soar app. There have been a lot of updates since last year, so bear with me as we go through this quick crash course. First off is a landing page that's just information about our program. The cool thing here, you see that little share button on the bottom right? You can click that if somebody is curious about our programs. If you're out talking to someone, they're like, hey, that sounds cool. You can text, email, Facebook, airdrop, whatever, send them the information about our programs just through the tap of a button. All right, so looking at the parts that are most important to you guys, on the left-hand side, you're gonna tap and get the screen. We've got casting up here at the top. Okay, we go into casting and you're going to see the entire season here. You can scroll left to right. You'll see up here in the colored boxes, that is the name of the schools. All the names directly underneath it, that's the cast. You'll see at the very bottom the artistic director, the project manager, and eventually, once I have it figured out, I'll put lights and sound in there, and our wonderful musicians. Top row is our fall semester, and you come down here, bottom row is our spring semester. Let's look at the schedule. Okay, so what you see here is a distilled version of what you are going to need for the season. You'll see in the left-hand column, we've got the partner, so the school name. Any column that's grayed out does not apply to the general cast. I'll tell you what they stand for though. The MBA stands for the Magic Box Assembly, when we take the actual Magic Box into the schools and get the kids excited and they start writing. PU stands for pickup. That's when we whisk it away and we start reading stories. Everything that's in the colored boxes, that pertains to the cast. So handout, you've got those listed, date, time. You've got all of your rehearsals listed here, and show and call times, and the address. All right, and just a quick reminder, if you're ever like, wait, what times do we rehearse? At the very top, you'll see a breakdown. Again, yellow is day, blue is night, and then we've got just white for the weekends. We've looked at the schedule. Let's look at show documents. Now, these are the folders that you guys are going to be spending a lot of time in once we're actually in session. Our method of sharing documents and information is primarily through Google, so in the production docs file, you're going to find a folder for every single show of the season. When you are in a show, you'll go into that folder to access all of the final cast scripts, get your transitions, the run order of the show. All the information you need for that show is going to be in this folder. When you open the folder, you'll see where you can read the final cast scripts. This is where you're going to go when you want to memorize your lines after development. Also, you see where the free file, the CW Stories, is down there. You'll also find the run order and your transitions there once we get through the development and transition process. So everything you need is in this folder. Back to the production folder to look at 00, templates and manuals. Templates and manuals are useful for everyone. If you go in the cast folder, that's where you're going to find our script template and our unpacking activity. Now, the script template everyone needs to use. It's in Google. You can download it and work in it in Word if you want. You can make a copy and work on it on your Google account. And the unpacking activity, it's a tool that's there to help you conceptualize your story, gather your thoughts. Next up, we have got the rehearsal videos. After we finish our pieces in the development rehearsals, we feel solid with where they're at and we need to move on. We record them and upload them to this channel. It's really great for the project managers to reference, to help you reference your lines, but particularly when there's movement, dance, any kind of choreography, it's really helpful to review, especially if it's something that we're coming back to after a long time for, say, a remount. It's really helpful in the whole process. Next up, we have the map. I think it's really great. Like, let's say I want to go to Collier Elementary. I'm just going to click on Collier. I'm going to hit Get Directions, and it's going to open it up in my map app. So I can just hit Directions and go. GPS tells me everything. Contacts. You log in, you'll see everybody from the cast listed here. If you want to reach out to somebody, just tap it. You'll see all of their information where you can call, text, or email. You click on that, and it'll open in whatever browser form your phone uses. Next up, we've got actor tools. I've got STS Talks in here, which is something I put together to be helpful to all cast members, but particularly incoming cast members. Just to go over the basics, we talk about everything really quickly, and there are a lot of elements that go into our process. So I made these just to answer a few questions and, be helpful refreshers when needed. So there's the STS Talks. There's also audio of the theme song. You can click on that. There's audio of the theme song. You'll see the cast recording, the instrumental theme song, and the reprise. I've also got the lyrics here. as well as a video if you go to the 6-minute mark. It's a really good sound recording as far as the sound quality. Also just a really fun pose, so you could watch that. You can review the lyrics here. Finally, in Actor Tools, there's the Ensemble Guide. The Ensemble Guide is basically all of our expectations of you and what you can expect from us. It's everything we cover in orientation, just in written form if you ever need to reference that. Here we've got show dates. It's just a list of every single show of the season, so, if you just want to come check out a show or somebody asked and you're not sure when the next show is, you can just pop this up real quick. It's got the address, the date, and time. And here's a new function that I really want to encourage everyone to use, the share a story function. There are little anecdotes we hear after shows, or you have really great stories or quotes that you'll tell us, and sometimes we're going to remember it, sometimes we're going to forget it. If it doesn't make it onto that feedback form, it might be lost forever. So what I've created here is a form, and I'm going to check in with you periodically and just ask that, if there's something that comes to mind, you could just type it up and send it our way. Just your name, and it says multi-line text, just fill in your story. I've even got a drop down, where did it happen? It doesn't have to be at a school, I just say other. And age, grade, if you know. If you're in a 2nd grade classroom, put that down. If you're not sure, put that down. Parent, teacher, high school student, if you're at STS High. Just to help us capture that information, because a lot of our funding comes from grants, and a lot of the information you capture from your experiences in the classroom, or even your just personal experience that doesn't even have to be directly related to when you were in a classroom, it's really, really helpful for us. Next up, we've got the Tech and Management tab. I won't spend a lot of time here, but it's got the setup timeline for pre-show and the breakdown. We've got Tech Manual, which is all the steps and inventory, and it's very dry material, but man, if you need it, it's awesome. Lightboard, SM, and PM guide, which is very much like our ensemble guide of expectations. I've also got a quick glance Google Calendar. I know it seems like a duplication of efforts because I've already got the schedule for you guys. Haha, there it is. But it's a quick glance. It's already in existence, so I thought I'd share it with you. You can subscribe to it from here. But also, if you're in the middle of rehearsals, if you click on this, it's always up to date. On down here, we've got information about Literacy Connects, our parent organization. And as you can see, it's got that handy dandy little share button, just like the Stories That Soar one. So we encourage you to share it in the public if there is opportunity. We've also got Facebook and YouTube for Literacy Connects. So if you want to see footage of our shows, usually about a week after a show, that is uploaded into a playlist on YouTube. You can also find it here. And then, of course, connect with us on Facebook. You'll see awesome information about Literacy Connects, and you'll catch some fun stuff about us as well. Hey everybody, I'm just going to give a quick overview of the new website that we're using for the cast. We used to use the Literacy Connects website, but we have a new website for Literacy Connects, and I no longer have back-end access. So this is a website that is essentially the same as the app. I have emailed the link to you. Go ahead and click on it and bookmark this. Save it in your browser. If you need it again, I will send it to you. I'm just going to give a really quick overview because a little bit of the functionality is different, and for some purposes the web page is actually better. Same as the app, most all this, you can see your casting, you can see the schedule. The major difference is the show documents. It'll take you directly into your Google Drive if you're logged into Google. The production docs folder, I'm going to go ahead and share with everyone through their actual email address, just so you can access it wherever you are. When I share that, it will show up in your shared with me list right over here. If you click on that, you'll see all the documents individuals have shared with you. The production folder will show up in your shared with me list, and you can access it that way from wherever you're accessing Google. Now, in the production docs folder, the one thing that the website has over the app is obviously you can download the script templates or the unpacking activity, or you can just open them up in the drive, make a copy, and work on it in Google. Now, the great thing then is you can just share the Google Doc you've worked on with your project manager for whatever show you're working on. And then also you can access the unpacking activity here much more easily than you can on the app, obviously. And this is a really great tool. I encourage you guys all to use it, especially when you're feeling a little stumped on creativity. Really, everything else on the website is virtually the same as the app. The only thing that doesn't really work are the contact functions, but everything else is just the same. I hope it's a useful tool. Thanks.